So have I learned that God very often works in very unexpected ways? That really we anticipate things happening in kind of a linear and predictable fashion. That's the way our brains work, and that's the way we imagine history unfolding. And sometimes it does. But in the case of Abraham or Abram and Sarai, he's 100 and she's 90, and they're going to be so fruitful that their progeny fill the earth. And it seems like, why would you choose them? Why don't you choose like a young couple that have time for lots and lots of kids? But that's not the way God worked. And so often he really does shock us in the way he goes about his business. When St. Paul was set on his mission to go to the Roman Empire and preach the Messiah, the king, that's what kind of Messiah means, the anointed king and priest of the world. So he has to go to these people in the Roman Empire who worship strength in a sense, and think the Jews are kind of this strange sort of clan that we don't get. So what was Paul's message to them? Your king is a crucified Jew. Who's going to follow that message? Lots and lots and lots of people did. How? Why? Because it was received not simply through kind of logical, this is the best way to get this job done, but by faith. So when God told Abram, you're going to be the father of great nations, his response was, he believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. Do we believe God? When it all seems like it's not adding up, do we believe God? Now, you think about history for a minute. I mean, just imagine yourself. Imagine yourself, frankly, in World War II. And Europe is burning. And millions of people are being exterminated. Is God still in charge? Do we still believe when it just doesn't add up? So Abram had faith when it all seemed impossible. Did you hear the reading? 100 years old. So our challenge today is in spite of it all at times, we look at our crucified King. That's our King. That's his glory. And it doesn't always add up. But we bring our faith to prayer. And we say to God, if you will, you can make me clean. And what is Jesus' answer to us? I do will it. I do want you to be forgiven. And we believe, right? And it is credited to us as righteousness. So even when it all doesn't make sense, like the leper, we humble ourselves before Christ and let him lift us up.